In this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between the default skin and a named skin. For example, let me remove this background color set to yellow here, so that we have, so if I run the application, as you know, all the controls will be set to what we have defined inside our skin file. So as you must have been, I'm sure you've been thinking that we're going to have a problem, because say for example, if I had any text, let me add any text label to this one now. So what if we want to set the background color of this one? Say for example, we want the controls with the yellow background and a border to be the required field. These are the fields that are required. So say for example, we want to set this bit to just an ordinary without any modification. So what we could have done is we can set, okay, this one, let's change the background color to red instead of yellow. So you see, we've set that one into red, and we should be good to go. But the problem we have is the theme always going to override this. Let's see what it looks like. As you can see, the red color has not been displayed because we cannot override it. The theme, we always override the style. I'm going to get to that one, even though we've set the back color here to be red for this particular control, but the theme will take over. So how can we get around that one to make sure that there are two ways to do it? And the first options will be to create something called a named skin file. So let me show you how to create a named skin file. This is a skin file now, so all I have to do is create another skin file. Is to create another control, which is a text box. So I'm just going to create another text box. Let me unhide this section so we can have more real estate. So now I have another text box, but this one is going to have a skin ID. So this one's going to have a skin ID set to let's call it red, because we want this particular one to be, this particular text box to be red. So everything else stay the same. We can modify, we have to modify the back color to be red, because that's what we want. So we want to change the back color to red, and the border style, let's change this border style to double instead of solid. Double. So this is called a named skin. It's called a named skin because as you can see, it has a skin ID. So all we have to do is just go back to the page, and let's remove this property here, and so it's an ordinary one. So we go to the source view, and we can just modify one property, which is called a skin ID as well. We can set the skin ID to the same name that we give it inside the skin file. So we say skin ID equals to red, and when we run our page, we shouldn't have a problem displaying that particular one as red now, because as you can see, this one is now red. So that means if I had design view, or if I had another label and another text box, so can do one more, another label, another text box, and the text box, you can double click it instead of dragging and dropping it. So I want to set this skin ID as well. Text box 7, skin ID equals to we already got an option red, so skin ID equals to red. So what you can do is you can have as much named skin inside your skin file. So you can name one. So you see, these are the tools that we have over reading. Another options that you have is to change the for example, if you want to be able to modify one of your controls appearance from the property window, if you want to be able to modify it, then you have to, instead of setting the theme to be, you will set something called StyleSheetTheme. Let me explain to you what I mean. Say for example, you want to be able to modify this one to green, so let's do that now. I'll choose a green color. That will be the background color of that one. If you run the application, you already know what is going to happen. It will never be green, it's still going to be the same color. So you can override the theme with the style sheet, but instead of using the theme at the top here, what you use something called, let me show you, StyleSheetTheme. You use StyleSheetTheme equals to default. So that means the StyleSheetTheme will have an upper hand over the default theme. So if you run the application now, even though the theme is still going to be applied, you see now this one is green because we've overridden the theme with the style sheet that have applied. So other themes will be applied to these controls as normal, and this named skin will be applied as normal as well. But if I should change this one now, let me show you what I'm trying to do, because remember now I said the style sheet will have more preference. We have so if I should change this one, remember it's supposed to be red, the last one is supposed to be red because it's a named skin inside our skin file theme, but because this style sheet now has more preference over it, if I change the back color here to, let's say, change to another thing, like, no, don't let me change it to that, blue. So we're going to get blue simply because the style sheet has more preference over our theme. So you get the idea, you see. So that is the way to there are times when you want to use the style sheet theme to have preferences. There are times you want to use, so depending on what you want, how you configure your website, you can either use just the theme equals to default, or you can just use style sheet theme equals to default. If you think you're going to be modifying some of your controls property from the property windows, appearance property from the property windows, then you might want to use the style sheet theme in the page directive rather than using the theme, because if you use the theme, anything that you modify from the properties window will not be used. What will be used is what is inside your skin file. I'm sure that I've and talk about a lot of stuff in the last in this video, so if nothing is clear, just watch it over again. It's very easy to understand, and leave me comments, then I'll get back to you with any of the answers. Thank you.